Let's talk.
Giles Brown.
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
And maybe even a touch of that.
I am not a number. I am a free man.
But certainly this.
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Coffee mainly because, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys and whatever, I am joined. It is the time. It's been a while, but the international man of misery, Mr. Grumpy himself, he's poised, he's ready, he's adjusted his position to open up his diaphragm so that he may speak clearly to a willing and eager nation. Morning, Grumps. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks.
You what? Sorry, you're all right.
Yeah. All right. Another week. Managed another 2 weeks. Still alive.
Well,
it's all I can ask for, really.
Well,
at the moment.
What Michael Caine always says, the alternatives aren't worth thinking about.
My ambition is to live forever, and I have to say, so far so good.
Marvellous. So, what has since we last spoke? It's been a while. I haven't seen
2 weeks.
Has it been 2 weeks?
So
I thought, okay, it just seems longer. Maybe it's just because I miss you. You know, every time I don't speak to you, Grumps, you know, every second feels like an eternity. That's why.
Oh, shit.
Right, okay, fair enough. 952-788-4000 phone number, but probably better if you WhatsApp because of various technical reasons. So if you WhatsApp me +34645 996795, I will relay the message like a deacon to his lordship, and he can pass judgment. Now, how are your bins doing?
Well, I struggle going down to the bins because I've got wobbly legs. We know all about that, and I broke my leg and everything. So I was down by the bins, and I just put my big plastic 5-litre bottle, plastic, container of water empty into the nearest bin, and got told off by somebody who told me that what I'm doing to the climate and I'm killing people, and she went off alarming about all this. And of course I was very apologetic. Was I? I then decided to tell her what I thought about the situation of emissions around the world, because I've just been doing some reading on it. I was funny enough because I keep hearing about, got to save the planet and you've got to do this. Meanwhile, if anyone's bothered about it, the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, they had a little tear up in Iran.
A little tear up in Iran. That's going to be the understatement, but yeah, keep going.
Right. And the emissions in that 2 week period from the jets and the bombing and all this and the other is actually equivalent to a year of a small country. She wasn't much interested in this. She was still worrying about me putting it in the wrong thing. But people have got to get all this stuff in perspective. If I accidentally put something in the bin by mistake, or everybody does it, it still doesn't counteract what's going on in the world. These tanks, these airplanes, these bombings, forget about the rights and the wrongs of it. It's just everything's out of bonk. It's like, if you think about 2 weeks of bombing is equivalent to a whole country's year. I mean, the armies, this is army, and this war in Iran is giving out more emissions, more killing the climate than it's equivalent of everything that China, Russia, America, and other big nations that are not that bothered about it is doing. It's exactly the same. So I am sorry that I put my bottle in the wrong bin, but get the rest of the world sorted out first before you pick on an old raspberry like me who's staggering down the world with a walking frame.
I'm just thinking here about the possibility of, I hadn't thought about this, but Grumps, you've actually hit on the net. I hadn't thought about the environmental, the environmental impact, not in terms of flattening various bits and pieces. The green credentials of your average stealth fighter, I suppose, aren't really oh blimey, we have to put solar panels on that.
No, but I mean, it's just get things in the right perspective. I mean, going on to my other thing about the moon, sending these people up to the moon,
yes.
right? It's mental. it's a total waste of money. It's absolute. Get your country sorted out first of all. Get everything sorted out. So they sent me back pictures of the Earth. Yeah, that's what the Earth looks like. I've seen it before. Right. You know, the dark side of the moon. That's an album.
Exactly.
Right. Right. And I tell you what annoys me more than anything else. They took those photographs.
Yes.
Right. On an iPhone.
Okay.
Mine won't work in Mercadona's car park.
So it would have been a greater challenge then, rather than go down the dark side of the moon, or any other 70s album will do, to actually pinpoint. Yeah.
Go into an underground Mercadona car park and try and get your phone to work, right? And they're telling me that I can go to the moon and take it. I mean, it's just get everything right, get everything in its right perspective.
But don't they think, because they might argue, Grumps, that perhaps we will, it shines a spotlight on what we are capable of as human beings, our great, a bit beyond this sublunary mode, Mike. We can go forth and take inspiration from those brave men, women and whatever who are up there pushing the frontiers.
Sort out, in America, sort out the homeless in Los Angeles. Have you ever been to Los Angeles, seen Skid Row? I mean, sort that out, then see whatever's left, then spend it on the moon. Get your country sorted out, get your people sorted out, make sure everybody's got a bit of food, someone's got somewhere to sleep. It's just a waste of money. I mean, and then they all came back. Then what? But what's happening now?
You got me on that one. They're being debriefed.
Okay, they've been debriefed, but it's just a waste of money.
Perchance, maybe it was for research so that we can go even further into the known universe and life on Mars, etc. Again, okay. Another album, another song from the 70s.
Yes, but David Bowie, wouldn't it? But I'm still more concerned about the fact that nobody should be homeless. No one should be without food. And you can go further and further and further, but, why aren't you looking after your people in every country? I mean, if you go to the UK, there's people sleeping rough on the streets. And they're wasting money on things for... Okay, but what are you going to do on the... What's the chances of us going to the moon or needing anything from the moon?
Well, I mean, personally, obviously, no, because I get a nosebleed if I go about 4 stories in a car park, to be honest with you. I'm terrible with heights, so the chance of me being strapped to a rocket are very, very small indeed, Mike.
Yeah, okay, but it's just all I'm saying is, do it with your leftover readies.
It's not sexy. This is the thing. I mean, sorting out problems on the world like homelessness and whatever and environment. It's not sexy. Whereas, look, we're in space. Look, we can't make our toilet work. Look, isn't it? We're going to just splash down and we're going to sort of be picked up by a passing whatever aircraft carrier. That sort of stuff is kind of sexy. Whereas solving the world's problems isn't.
Okay, I'll settle for... Forget about the homeless. Get my phone to work in Mercadona's car park like theirs does. That's all.
But maybe Mercadona knows something about maybe there's going to be some sort of Armageddon and the only thing that survive will be Mercadona employees because they'll be in this nuclear power, the nuclear bomb-proof car park at Mercadona's.
And also, when they build these car parks, especially here in Spain... Did someone look at it and go, where can we put a pillar which is almost impossible to go past without scratching your car?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've never seen so many pillars in a car. And the spaces, every car parking space is like 5 to 10 centimetres too small to open your door.
But here's the thing, if I may inject in this point, International Man of Misery, do you think that people get far... Because I observed this as I'm rattling around in the van the other day, but people don't... They trust their instruments too much, if you know what I mean. So they will quite happily reverse out back into you because they've got a sense again it is okay to reverse now, and so you'll be sitting there trundling along, and some Eastern European mummy will come thundering out at high speed in a Porsche SU What's You wagon, and you're like, good grief, you'll say, madam, I think you'll find you're in the wrong there, or worse to that effect.
I find that most people drive by ear here.
Ear?
Yeah.
How do you drive by ear?
Well, when you hear the bang, you know you can't go any further. When you used to reverse, and you hear the clump, you think, okay, well, that's as far as I can go back there. I mean, at least you get half a chance. My car tells me all sorts of things. I'm having an argument at the moment because it wants my email address, and I won't give it to it.
Yeah, yes, okay.
I mean, my car spams me. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm thinking of ghosting it.
But, I mean, the other thing about Mercadona car parks, do you remember the Crystal Maze with Richard, or the Krypton Factor, with Richard, or the Crystal Maze with Richard O'Brien, that in the 80s?
Yes. Yes, I do.
He wouldn't have been able to get out of a Mercadona car park, would he? Let's face it.
No. I mean, it's... I've got a disabled badge. I cannot park in the disabled bay because I can't swing the car. It's a wide bay, but it's too close to the pillars are so close, you can't actually reverse in. If there's a car parked opposite you, actually can't get in, you can't open the doors. And that's the most useful one. That's the one for helping people that have got problems. It's a ridiculous situation. If they leave out one space in every row and just give everybody that little extra bit, that will solve the problem. But
then an Audi will park in the middle of it as always, and that'll scupper you. This coming in, I'm with Mr. Grumpy. Let's get our own planet sorted out first. There you go.
It's not. I was going to say it's not rocket science, but actually it is.
It is rocket science, exactly.
It's exactly what it is.
952 78 4000. Yes, I'm standing to attention, sir. Yes.
Just a couple of little observations. I see people walking around, mostly young women, with the front of their shirt, blouse, jumper tucked into the tops of their trousers, and the backs hanging out. And I'm wondering what is the fashion? Is this an accept? You either tuck the whole thing in or don't have it. Have it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
I get very confused. It's like I'm going to say, you tuck yourself in, love, like at the back, it's hanging out. Who invented this fashion? But it's the same bloke who did 6 and 7, I think.
Yeah.
It's a 6. I mean, these little things just annoy me. Tuck your shirt in or have it hanging out. Don't have the front in and the back out. It's just tardy.
I'm just laughing at the fact that here we are, two dedicated followers of fashion like ourselves. Me wearing a deeper purple roadie shirt. You obviously look like, you know, the well dressed man about town that you are. But yeah, I can't. I mean, it's not that. It's like one of the goddaughter's boyfriends came back the other day, and he's got a new haircut, which I can only describe as Henry V. It's a bowl. It's shaved and it's a pudding bowl. You see.
I've seen it. Yeah.
But remember when that was like your mum would cut your hair
with a fringe.
That's the one. That was a mark of your mum. You couldn't go to the hairdressers. Your mum would cut your hair.
He would be the kid who sat in the corner looking out the window, licking it. But just keep him quiet in the corner. Don't bother him. His mum's done his haircut.
Yeah,
and let him look out the window and enjoy himself.
Don't let him play with the compasses and protractors because he'll be stabbing you while you're not looking.
Yeah, and don't let him near the Bunsen burner because he'll burn the school.
Are they allowed to use Bunsen burners these days without having to sign in and sort of like have to have a note from your parents and how to? Because I remember we used to do magnesium at school and all sorts of stuff.
We used to make explosions. We used to actually do something and put something in a bottle and put something else in there, and it blew up. And you had to no goggles or anything. It was just like. Yeah, I think we dissected a mouse once as well. I don't think they do that anymore, would they?
No,
not a mouse. It was a frog.
It was a frog. Well, probably not. Yeah. Probably get you could probably do it on 3D. But yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why they hated the French so much.
Well, because they are the French. I mean, next question. But I'm nowhere because every time you think you've got a fashion nailed down, then you haven't. Because the reggaeton fashion. I mean, one point you have to wear the trousers are baggy and the top's tight, and then the now the top's baggy and the trousers are tight. I don't know. You know.
Well, talking about fashion and children at school, did you see this thing about the looting that went on in, was it Croydon, I think?
Well, it's Croydon. I mean, that's looting. That's culture, isn't it?
I don't know where. No, somewhere in England, London way, and these kids just all went out, the whole hundreds of them, and just started breaking into JD Sports and just absolutely helping themselves to everything. I have to ask a question: where are the parents in all this? What I mean, if I was a slight, I mean, I used to be when I was a kid, a very little kid. You know, if I saw a policeman walking down the street and I was doing something, if I'd done something wrong, I would be bricking it. That the policeman was going to get hold of me, take me home, tell my mum and dad, and my dad would punish me. However, what's going on in the UK at the moment with this looting? I mean, a guy in Waitrose stopped a shoplifter, been working in Waitrose for 17 years, and got the sack because the policy is not to approach these people that are shoplifting. I mean, they're giving them carte blanche. Where's the parents? Where's the mums and dads of all these people?
Well, I remember when I was living in that there London sort of 30 years ago now, and they used to call it steaming, where you'd be coming around on, I don't know, the Hammersmith and What's It line, and then a bunch of, probably about 20 people would get on the train, and they would like rip everybody's jewellery and wear it off. But like you said, there's a couple of security guys, and suddenly you've got 25 youths coming in, and they're just running rampage. And what can they? What are they going to do? Start fighting?
But their policy is not to approach them because you might be putting yourself in danger. Well, okay, then don't have any security men. If the security men can't do their job or the staff can't do their job, just open the doors and just let everybody help themselves. What's happening? Someone tell me what's happening. What and who are these people? Like, is it your normal Joe Blogs, or is it a different mob of people? Is it English children? Is it non-English? Is it foreigners? Is it?
I don't think it's.
I mean, is it what's happening? Someone be honest and stop worrying about being politically correct and tell us what the problem is. Is it? Go on.
Right. Can I throw this one for you to knock out the park? Oh, Grumps, get your baseball bat ready. Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, fine. We've closed you and me personally. Do you remember youth clubs? Do you remember boxing clubs? Do you remember five-a-side sport? Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Not there anymore. I was talking the other day with somebody. The youth clubs, forget it. I mean, there isn't such thing as a youth club because they don't exist anymore. There's nowhere there are Christians, you could have these sort of church groups or whatever, but that's not the thing. But there used to be, there'd be a five-a-side, like we used to play in Clapham every Monday evening. It was, and there'd be like literally 30 pitches, everybody playing five-a-side, seven-a-side or whatever. There were youth clubs, there were boxing clubs, sort of more to the sort of West Ham area. Bethnal Green area, and these have all been kind of shut down. So you've got these kids just hanging around with nothing to do.
Yeah, I know, but there is a cultural problem as well, and I know I'm not going to turn it into viewpoint, but
please don't. It's been a long week.
That's got to be sorted out. You can't have. I mean, you can't have. WhatsApp is the youth club. You go onto WhatsApp, and that tells you what you're going to do tonight and where you're going to go and who you're going to rob. I mean, it's becoming a ridiculous situation.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
Listen, I know the phone number's been given out, but due to a technical reason, i.e. I haven't put 50p in the slot, the phone number, unfortunately, isn't working. That was Clapham, apparently, somebody says.
Yeah. Clapham, sorry, yeah.
Clapham? But you see, that's Clapham, yeah. I mean, Clapham's got some... I mean, this is the thing about London, or any big city, you've got some upwardly mobile areas, like Abbeville Village, for goodness sake, and then you've got, Clapham. Proper Clapham. These coming in. Mr. Grumpy sounds like he's in a cupboard. He's not. Well, he's not. He hasn't come out of the closet. Put it that way. This shirt thing, the style. Here we go. Right, are we ready? My little devil wears Prada. This is from Paul. The shirt thing. The style is called a French tuck, and it creates a more proportional.
A trench what?
No, not a trench. Oh, you almost yes. Oh, I'm talking about yourselves. It's called a French tuck. That's why we have you on, you know. It's called a French tuck. I'm having to be so careful. And it creates a more proportional, stylish silhouette, apparently. There you go. Meanwhile, oh, God, you two. Yep, the carpets, clothes, parts of my anatomy I damaged with my chemistry experiments in the 70s, not to mention the years spent high on Airfix modelling glue. Remember that one? Yeah.
Very... Yeah, I went to school with a guy called David Warwicker who made a gun and shot a homemade gun and fired it and blew his eye out.
Well, see... hang on. Did it ricochet, or was he looking down the end when he pulled the trigger?
No, it just blew up in his hand.
Oh, okay.
It hadn't made it as successful as he thought. I just remember his name.
Right, so
a long time ago.
This is saying this is from Francesca. Morning. They withdrew funding for youth clubs, etc., due to austerity. Mark, good morning, Mark. How you doing? Saying that was Clapham. Yes, indeed, it was Clapham because they're even having to put security guards on Costa Coffee these days because.
Yeah, but they're putting bars of chocolate in security cases with padlocks on it. I mean, it's becoming out of hand, and someone's got to do something about it.
Right.
I don't know who. Right, and you've got to stop all this politically correct nonsense. Doesn't matter who it is, what race it is, what colour they are, what religion they are. If they're robbing and breaking and just disrupting everybody else's lives, they've got to be sorted out. And I don't know how they do it. I've got no answers for it, but someone's got to sort it out.
With take their mobiles off them.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, all right. With a great
the other thing is,
yes, please tell.
There's all sorts of things that bother me. Is how come when you go to court you have to swear on a Bible?
Yes.
What is the point of that? Do you think an absolute criminal is going to go, oh, yeah, if I put my hand on the Bible and tell the lie, I'm going to get into trouble? What's the Bible got to do with it?
It's supposed to be sort of sacred law by which you should be able to measure yourself, within the boundaries of good and bad, and therefore...
Yeah, but what's going to happen? You're going to get struck down by a bolt of lightning if you told a porky.
Well, you might do. I don't know. I mean, it's a symbolic...
I just noticed it the other day. I was watching one of my trashy TV programs.
Yeah.
And I thought, it's like my Sarah used to be terrified of the wiggly finger.
I'm sorry?
Well, if you looked at her and you told her off, like, you go, do you want a wiggly finger?
Right.
And she said, no, because that was her, that was being told off. We got a wiggly finger, right?
Right.
Which I'm demonstrating on the camera now.
Works very well on the radio, you and your wiggly finger. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was only like many years later when she was sitting in the room and Patty whipped in there and they were making a noise and she said to Sarah, do you want a wiggly finger? And Sarah went, no. And her friend looked at her and went, it's a finger. It's wiggling. It's not going to hurt you. And I feel very much about like swearing on the Bible, about the same thing, going to court. You put your hand on a book. It might as well be the telephone directory. for the
yes, go on.
For the thing that's actually going to happen it's useful you're going to perjure yourself if you tell a lie, but why has it got to be a Bible? Swear on the telephone directory.
But because
I swear on this almighty yellow pages that the evidence I will give will be the truth, the whole truth, and something like the truth.
No. And I put it to you, my learned friend. But they needed, obviously, when they were putting the law together, phones hadn't been invented. There you go. Phones hadn't been invented. They needed something, and so
so then why couldn't it be the works of William Shakespeare? That was invented.
Because
it's a book. It's a book. It's a book with pages in it. It means nothing. It's just a book. and you got sweaty hand on it.
But I mean, do you know about that? Presumably, it's supposed to be a benchmark. Like, it's like a starting gun. Anything from here on in, I have to tell. To the best of my ability, I am telling.
Okay, so let's go back a step.
Yes.
So the person who's just looted JD Sports,
yes,
right, and he's got his new Claire Rayners on,
yes,
right.
It's the Claire Rayners,
yeah,
right. What?
Trainers.
Oh, right, okay, fine, yeah, right, yeah, you got it, yes.
He's got his new Claire
Hello,
Rayners
lovies.
on.
Yeah, go on, yeah. Hello, lovies, yeah, go on.
She was my cousin, They're going to, all of a sudden, they're going to go to court for robbing all these stores and everything. And they go, put your hand on this book and tell the truth. Did you break into JD Sports and nick those trainers? No, not me. What? And what's going to happen? The book's going to explode. What's going to happen?
Fly up.
A lightning bolt's going to come
After the
through
Covenant
the
will
sky.
descend, Michael, yeah? Like in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, yeah? Oh, no,
It's a nonsense.
Well,
Because they're not going to tell the truth. Because they put their hand on a book. Enid Blyton's famous five. Five go to court.
Five go
to court.
Five get suspended getting ASBO. That'd be
Right.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yes.
Where are we up to?
Oh, I shudder to think that. So, well, I mean, you've obviously used... So what would you do? How would you... Therefore, run your legal procedure then? Would you just say as soon as the judge walks in, you go, well, we caught you on security camera, so you know, yeah.
I don't want to hear anything about it. I've got you on film. You nicked it. Well, you've seen you nick it. You see it stuffing it down the front of your trousers or inside your jacket. You're nicked.
French duck.
Yeah. Oh, we got away with that again.
We did indeed.
Yes. Hen nights and stag nights.
Oh no, don't. Go on then.
I remember the good old days when your stag night was you went down the pub, you had a few drinks, the policewoman came in, or the policeman, depending whether it was a hen or a stag. Hello, took their kit off. You got tied to handcuffed to a lamppost with your trousers around your ankles, and everybody had a good time. And that was it. Now, Sarah has been invited to a wedding and a hen night, both abroad. So she's got to buy ticket for plane, hotels, for the hen night and the wedding. And then there's the outfits. There's a dress code on each of the nights for the wedding, for the hen
each
night.
Of the nights. This is a.
There's 3 or 4 nights.
Oh.
So there's a blue night, there's a red night, there's a green night, there's whatever. Right. Anyway, we worked it all out. It's going to cost her just probably around about £2,000 to go to this hen night and wedding. How can you put that on people?
Well,
because everybody, there's 3 or 4, I don't know, half a dozen of them going to this hen do. How can that be? I mean, it's not her who's bothered about it, by the way. She's not complaining about it at all. She thinks it's fantastic. Me, I've got the raving hump.
The raving hump? Not the normal
I've got
hump.
The raving hump. Not the normal hump.
Your
I've got
French
the
tuck
raving
was
hump.
untucked. Zut alors, you cried.
No, but does it make any sense to anybody that you challenge people's pockets that way? Because, there's 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or half a dozen, however many there are. One of them's going to struggle.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I mean, I don't know how Sarah can afford it, but it's how do you stick? What goes through your mind when you sit down and say, "Oh, I'm going to go to XYZ country for a hen night"?
But yeah.
So the girls have to buy the flight, the hotel bills, and I mean, I've got here in my wardrobe, I've got 3 dresses that Sarah bought already. She's bought new dresses just for the hen night, and she's still got to get an outfit for the wedding.
But here's the thing, because I mean, you can hack people for one night. I mean, I don't do stags because it's not my thing, obviously. But the thought of going away to somewhere else because they're not all going to be best mates. So if you're trapped on the forced jollity, it's like, it is like, St. Valentine's the most romantic night of the year. Oh, New Year's Eve's the best night of the year. It's like that. We have to have a great time. And that by day 3, somebody will have fallen out with somebody else, be it a stag, a hen. I mean, if it's a stag, somebody's probably been banged up, for not swearing on the Bible or whatever else. But you know what I'm saying? It's just one night. You can, and I always leave. I'm always the first to leave anyway.
All right, well, but just that aside, I don't get. Someone must have. Didn't anybody sit down and go, you know what? It's going to cost everyone like a few grand to go to your hen night. What is that?
To credit cards. That's why people are always in debt in the UK, because they just whack the credit card and the rest of the day is history.
I mean, it's interesting because I saw something on Instagram the other day with one of the big, well-known restaurants on the coast refusing to take hen nights and stag nights, saying that it absolutely ruins the night for everybody else in the restaurant.
Of course it does.
Dressed up in their cowboy hats and their blow-up penises and everything.
And their French tucks.
Yeah, but no, he's actually done a whole thing on Instagram. You know who it is. The Beach House.
Yeah, okay. No, right, I wasn't aware of that, but I'm absolutely, nothing worse. If you sat down, and morning guy,
He makes a really good point of it. But it's nothing personal, but it just ruins, it's not what he wants in his restaurant. Single sex groups of people of annoying everybody else.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I would, if I was to walk into a restaurant, there was a stag party or a hen party there, I would be very nervous about having the rest of the evening there. Right, we got 1 minute and 16. Somebody said they had a female stripper dressed as a what? As a copper. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, that's it. And apparently, we don't have to swear on the Bible anymore. You can affirm instead of swearing an oath, which avoids religious language, or you can swear on the Constitution, the Quran, or other sacred texts. You're looking impressed there.
For me, it'd be the Little Woods Catalogue.
The Little Woods Catalogue. The Argos.
Yeah.
30 seconds, Michael. What can you...
30 seconds?
Yeah.
I can't do much in 30 seconds.
Right, well...
what I'll do is we'll leave it. I've got 3 or 4 more subjects. We'll talk about Keanu West next time.
Oh, thing.
Is his name?
To be honest with you, I would rather... that should be... If we're sending things into space, Grumps, that. I don't,
next time.